Hey everyone, this is Juicy here. It's been a minute. I apologize. It's been a while. I just been really busy in life. A lot of good things have happened to me. But I wanted to get back to making crypto-related videos, and I want to do things that I really cared about or things that interest me. I know there's this whole FTX debacle. There's a lot of good YouTubers as well as a lot of social influencers who have it pretty much not, you know, have a good lot done a lot of research, and I didn't really get involved in that or do a lot of time researching it because it's interesting, but it's not really something I really cared for. But I wanted to go over this. So it's called the Web3 Game Awards for 2022 nominees. So this was released and it seems interesting to me just because it is for the year 22 and there are currently 5 games that have been nominated for Game of the Year. Now, maybe if this video goes really well, I'll go over the other games that have been nominated, maybe like the best casual games, the best mobile games, the best RPGs or the shooter games. But I wanted to go over the Game of the Year nominees for 2022, which is Big Time, Illuvium, God's Unchained, The Harvest, and Superior. So I'm gonna go to each single one, give you my 2 cents on it. But the biggest thing is first, is it playable? Can I actually play it right now? Is it something that I can play and it's like available to the general public? Whether it is in early beta, private beta, or early access, or just it's actually available to the general public. That's a big thing. I don't think a game should be nominated if it's not publicly available or easily accessible. Second thing is if it's reasonably priced and affordable. I think a lot of crypto things are ridiculously overpriced. There's a huge threshold for people to gain access uh, to anything. For example, like Bored Ape Yacht Clubs, the price for that ecosystem is ridiculously high. Um, you know, like Sandbox, you need to buy land. You don't need the Sandbox to play the game, but it's like you can buy land and things like that. Um, but yeah, I want to see. I know that Big Time has like this early access stuff. I believe Illuvium may have had it back in the days. I'm not sure anymore, but there's always these high thresholds. So I wanted to see, if there's something there where I have to purchase, in a reasonable amount of money in order to access the game. And then the third is if the game actually works, which is kind of hard to judge if these are not publicly available. So let's go over each of these. So first one is Illuvium. I'm gonna go with Illuvium. And it seems like right now there are 3 games in the works: Illuvium Arena, Illuvium Zero, and Illuvium Overlord. So it seems right now the only one that's currently right now in private beta is Illuvium Arena, available on PC and Mac. I did register for it, which means that it's private beta. It's not publicly accessible, but who knows? I might be able to get access maybe in a couple of days. Now, based on the game, it does seem like it's kind of like a very similar to like League of Legends Teamfight Tactics or Dota 2 Auto Chess. And based on my research, um, doesn't seem like there's like a I guess like a buy-in to have early access. You just have to register and then hopefully you get access via the private key or access to the game, which is nice. I know Illuvium was ridiculously expensive back in the days, like over 1800. I don't know the price now. Oh, the price now is $38, which is pretty good. That's definitely a lot more palatable and acceptable than the prices back in the days. Now, this is Big Time. Big Time has it's another game. I really don't know what it is because it seems like you buy land and you also buy like items. I know they have like an ecosystem for it. It says you need early access. Is available for the Ruby Pass. It doesn't seem like the Ruby Pass is available. I think all of it got purchased already. Um, doesn't seem like there's a max supply. Starting for the VIP access is 4,500, which I personally think it's ridiculously expensive. But the other I guess access passes are a lot more, I guess, affordable. Um, but yeah, um, yeah, I don't think these are, acceptable prices in my opinion. But it does seem like the lowest price is 299. Who knows? It doesn't seem like I can have access to this, so I don't understand why this is nominated for Game of the World, just because it seems like even purchasing a pass is ridiculously high. And who knows? Maybe I might be doing it wrong, but you know, face value, like as a newbie that wants to try out all these games to pick a vote, I don't think Big Time will get my vote just because it doesn't make sense. Gods Unchained is a I guess like an online trading card game, very similar to like Hearthstone. Um, I have played this game. It is available. All you need to do is sign in. All you need to do is connect like a wallet, Immutable X wallet, and you go through the tutorial and you pretty much play. Like this is the UI right now. You can buy cards, you can buy packs. It's pretty straightforward in my opinion. Um, very intuitive. It's as if you're playing any trading card game online, such as Magic the Gathering, like Hearthstone, anything like that. But there is NFTs involved where you actually own the cards as if it's like real life, right? So there's values to those cards. You can check out here. You can check out the stores. There's some rare cards and they go for certain amount of prices. But you can see here like some of them only cost like a cent. But let's go to the highs, right? So there's other ones that cost over, Jesus Christ, over a mil, over half, $675,000. Who knows who will buy it, right? But yeah, it exists. So yeah, I do think this game is definitely acceptable just because you don't need to create, you just need to create accounts. It's playable. There's no high thresholds monetary wise, and you can just play it. And it's publicly available. The Harvest is very interesting because it is like a third-person MOBA, very similar to like I don't know, like Smite in my opinion. You get NFTs, and I guess you once you get these NFTs and companions, you use them in your game, which is kind of cool. Um, when I try to, I guess, understand this game, I had to get it from their Discord. Now the Discord says that this game is like free to play, right? Let me see if I can. Yeah, I don't think I can actually zoom in, but this game does say that it is free to play. It's pretty much going to be inspired with MOBA and battle royale elements. It's play to own, so the more you play, the more I guess tokens you get, and you can purchase more things to upgrade your characters or upgrade your companions and any of the accessory NFTs that you can purchase. So it does seem that it is going to be free to play. You don't have to buy anything, but right now it is currently not available to the public. It does seem like you can get early access to it. Um, but yeah, I don't think it's something that I will vote on just because there's like a limit, right? So if I wanted to vote now, it's not like I can evaluate and see if I can determine if this deserves um, my vote, if I was going to vote for it. It does seem like you can buy the mystery packs within Binance, as well as Solana's market called Fractal. And these are actually pretty acceptable just because Solana is cheap right now. So this is like pretty much like almost like 30 bucks, which I think is fine, especially if you're going to try to evaluate a game. So I would say it's okay to, you know, be an acceptable nominee for voting. The next one, the last one is called Superior. Superior is it's an interesting game where like the superheroes turn evil and you pretty much have to shoot them. You get to play these very special characters and they have very specific sets of skill sets. I don't know how to. I guess it's very similar to like um, there's like this really interesting game back in the days. I think it was called like Prey or Hunt, but you're pretty much just like a character that has like these skill sets, and there's a bunch of, I guess like, or actually, you know what it reminds me of now? It reminds me of like Left 4 Dead. So there's all these like like zombies, but these types of there's monsters. But then there's like a big boss. I'm trying to remember this game. It was made by EA, but pretty much it's like in there's like a big boss at the end. Unfortunately, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it does seem like it's available on Steam. In order to get access, it is $24.99, which I guess is okay. It's acceptable for early access. There's been no other early access game around this price. So, some people, if this game does blow up, people are willing to pay that amount just to get early access. So that is acceptable. And also for the Harvest, which is the previous game, it does seem like the public release is in Q2 2023, which is next year, right? So, does it accept my nomination? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, just to recap, right? You know, private beta, register, right? Private beta, right now available to play. You can totally evaluate it, judge for yourself. Early access, but can't access it right now. Public release 2023, and the superior is you can buy right now for early access for $24.99. So realistically, the only game that's really available to be voted for, in my opinion, is God Unchained. So that's just my 2 cents. I want to get your guys' thoughts on this. And I would also be curious on what other categories you want me to research and evaluate. But yeah, I do think that only Gods Unchained is really acceptable to be nominated for Game of the Year, just because of the criteria that I just mentioned. But definitely want to get your thoughts. Would like to see what other, I guess, categories you want me to do as well. Appreciate your times. I'll catch you guys later. Juicy out.